You know that there have been some issues, some protests going on in this country in regards to law enforcement, the way they treat minorities. Whether you agree or disagree with the Black Lives Matter movement, there are incidents that continue to happen throughout the country, and what's happening in Aurora is no different, is no exception. The police chief is explaining what led to officers handcuffing kids. It's now a viral video. JD was just talking about viral. Well, guess what? This video went viral. I certainly don't hear about it on Fox News. 4 black girls, 6 years old, 12, 14, and 17. The video shows them lying face down in a parking lot with the youngest wearing a pink crown and crying for her mother as another girl begs Aurora police officers, "Can I hug my sister next to me?" All because police officers thought they were driving in a stolen vehicle. We have the audio to prove it. It is heartbreaking to listen to this. Have a listen.
Hey, Brian, if you're not involved, please step back. I just appreciate it.
This is some bull.
All right, let's cut it right there. I think you get the gist of it. I don't know how much more of that I could take. That's very difficult to listen to. Now the police department is admitting that they made a mistake. Keep in mind, these kids, and I just gave you their ages, all black, 6, 12, 14, and 17, were lying face down on the asphalt. Not a very comfortable situation to be in. All because police made a mistake, and they thought that the car was stolen. You got a lawsuit on your hands, I'll tell you that, family, and I'm so sorry that those kids had to deal with that. That is bad policing. That is policing at its worst, as far as I'm concerned. Horrible. By the way, not the first time that Aurora Police have been in the news over the course of the last several months. Do we remember the 3 Aurora officers that were fired recently over photos depicting a chokehold near Elijah McClain, near the memorial? Elijah McClain was one of a black kid who died in police custody. And now the picture comes out where these officers are mocking it and joking about it. These 3 cops. It is disgusting. It is deplorable. And I am disgusted by the way some of these officers, yes, I still believe it's a minority of officers throughout the country, but this is disgusting. These officers are supposed to protect and serve. They pull over a couple. Just ask for her driver's license. Get her driver's license and run the plate. Why do you have to put the kids on the ground and handcuff a 7-year-old and put their faces to asphalt? Those kids are going to remember that for the rest of their lives. Then you wonder why some of these African Americans are afraid of police officers. Then you wonder. Just imagine that for a second. Take the color out of this for a second. Imagine that. Imagine being pulled over. You have 4 young children. You're a parent. You're a father or a mother. You've done absolutely nothing wrong. You're going the speed limit. Maybe you're taking your kids to the mall, going shopping, whatever the case may be. Forget about the color of your skin. You're pulled over by law enforcement. You're scared. Kids are probably scared. It's never a good feeling. I get scared when a cop pulls me over. I don't like it. They asked you to get out of the car. You say, why? Why, officer? They don't answer you. Then the kids get out of the car because they want to be with their mom, and I don't blame them. Police officers, with their guns drawn, tell them to get on the ground. Again, we're talking about teenagers and a 7-year-old. They handcuff all the kids. Why? Were the kids showing that they were violent? Were these young girls showing that they were a detriment to the police officers? Of course not. But cops don't care. These cops didn't care. They handcuffed these young black children anyway. Some of the same dirtbags in the Aurora Police Department, where a young African-American man was killed in police custody due to a chokehold, and then you had police officers days later, after this black man is dead in police custody, joking, taking a picture of a chokehold, laughing. And then we say there's not systemic racism in this country? Is that what some of you are saying? There's no racism in this country. There's no racism in America. There's no systemic racism.
I said rampant systemic racism, Brian.
Okay, well,
obviously there's individual racism.
Well,
and in this case, the officers made a mistake. Were the officers all African American, or were they all Caucasian? Do you know?
The picture that I showed you in Aurora, they're white in this picture.
Every single officer is Caucasian.
There's 3 police officers in this picture. They're white. And as far as the Aurora police officers who did this, and I'm talking about not the Aurora police officers who took that picture, but the actual police officers who were there, they're not saying the color of their skin. But the police chief.
So why are you?
Why?
Why are you assuming this is some type of hate crime?
Well,
or some type of racism?
There you go again, and I know.
I mean, I'm just asking why.
Okay.
Because you did the same thing last segment.
well,
when you tried
listen,
to
I'll explain
manufacture a
why.
racist situation
I'll
out of
explain why.
Fox, not
First of all,
not, or the right-wing media
okay.
not covering.
All right. Well, I'll answer your question.
The case with the Lacey family.
I'll answer your question. First of all, you said that what happened to George Floyd, you don't think anything involving race was involved. I think you have the blinders on, and you don't understand that there are police officers out there that are racist, and I don't believe this would have happened to a white family. I do not believe that, and I'm basing that on the way they were treated and the fact that they were black.